Couldn't quite get the camera in the right place today. Kia ora. Hello. I always want to say morena. It's 5:11. It's the afternoon. My name is Madeline Liam from Ride Your Stigma. Kia ora if you are watching on the live or the replay. I'm just going to share the live. I'm already nearly crying. If you are joining me live, say kia ora. If you're coming on the replay, say kia ora. And do a hashtag replay. Would love to know that you are here live or on the replay. I have just shared the live, I think. Let me just double check before we start moving. Before we start talking, and already my mouth is sore from smiling. Let me know how you are, what's been going on, how you are feeling today. Okay. It is all shared beautifully. I want to come and speak about so many things at the moment. I am like just full of smiles and like gratitude-full, like overwhelm, like good overwhelm, but like the kind of overwhelm where you're like so happy but you're almost in shock because I'm so hot right now. I've just like got this huge hot flash, like I'm already sweating. I just had a shower and got into a beautiful fresh dress, and it's interesting because I've just slept like 16 hours and I still feel like I could sleep more. There's so much I wanted to come on and talk about today. So I just like wrote a couple of bullet points down of all the things that are going on in my head so that I could kind of channel into some of the magic that's been going on. So yesterday I went to an incredible workshop. Really blew me away. Really incredible, called Feminine Revolution. I was so on the fence. I wasn't going to go. I've been wanting to get more in touch with more people in person, in the flesh. And I do everything online, and I love my online business and my online connection with so many people around the world and all these things, but I have been feeling fucking lonely. Really lonely. In person, in flesh. There's been like a little gap of some sort of missing. So what did I name the live stream? The fear feelings of I'm wrong, or someone is going to think I'm wrong. So we'll start with that first. So yesterday I went to this incredible, I caught 3 buses, fuck me. It was intense and it gave me a lot of nerves and a lot of anxiety. Even catching the bus there. I had to catch 3 buses to get to Takapuna. 3 buses to go 15 minutes from my house, like 15-minute drive from my house, 3 buses, because the bus systems are not really that, not very helpful, really. But in saying that, they are helpful because I'm very grateful for them. They supported me to get there. I realized I had a lot of fears. I had almost like... There's so much. There was like, I had nerves. I was really scared of stepping into a space in person because I was just scared that people were going to tell me that I'm doing things wrong. And it's a fear within me, not about other people. It's a fear of conditioning or programming from my past in different situations where I've been told or wronged, Maddie, you're doing it wrong, and some of the real structures of the kind of lifestyle, career paths, relationships and people that I used to live by in my life, if that makes sense. And I'm realizing now and through yesterday, and I already knew that I did have a lot of this kind of in my emotions and my mind. I did already have a lot of like wronging going on internally, like fear of being wronged, fear of being told by people that, Maddie, that's wrong, you're incorrect, you're wrong, you're not allowed to say that, you shouldn't be angry, you shouldn't be this, you should be this, you should have done that, why did you say that? Being wronged all the time. And this is something real big that's come up for me. I had all these fears and nerves and like sinking, like just fear of going to this workshop yesterday and being told that I'm kind of wrong. And I was like, where is this kind of coming from? Where is it stemming from? And I was like, my confidence totally, it's interesting because I consider myself, and I feel like I'm a really sure and certain person. Like I'm really, really clear on who I am, on my mission, on my purpose, on what I share, what I'm passionate about, what I love, how I like to help people, my obsession and my dedication to my work, and to who I am and my place that I kind of hold in our society, our world, our universe, our soul. But going to this workshop and even thinking about going to this workshop in person yesterday, I was really unconfident. On the way, working myself towards going, I was so unconfident. I was like, oh, I don't want to go. I was like, oh, I could just stay home. I didn't even say I don't want to go home. I was like, I could just stay home. I've booked it. It doesn't really matter. I'll just stay home. Like almost like avoidant behavior, which I don't really have avoidant behavior very often. It doesn't come up for me very often. And then I tried to like tap into it a little bit more. Like, why are you avoiding? Why are you scared? And I was like, oh. And then I realized also I'm having this transition of that often in myself. I've kind of like got this conditioning or these programming or some sort that I'm like, either I'm in teaching mode, I'm in guiding mode, I'm in support mode of supporting and holding space for someone, or if I am in student mode, I slip into, oh, I'm not enough. I know nothing, Maddie, you know nothing, you're not enough, why are you in here, you can't even take up space, la 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 la. Or I'm in teacher mode, and I couldn't find an in-between. And I think that's why I felt so scared and so uncomfortable and so nervous and so disconfident yesterday. I don't even know if that's a word, but the opposite of confident yesterday going to this workshop. I was like, oh, I don't know. I'm not running it. I'm not doing it. I don't know any of these women. I hadn't met any of them in person before. I was like, oh my God, I don't know. Okay, so just sit back and receive, and you don't need to talk and take up all that space all the time, Maddie. Learning to like receive, learning to sit back in my feminine, learning how to sit there and listen, observe, and just hear more than taking up all the space. And fuck, it was powerful. Fuck, it was fucking incredible. I also had some limiting beliefs. Like I've been feeling very, 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 very lonely inside in a physical way. I'm not alone, and I have so many amazing support people. I have a wonderful partner, and I have fantastic friends already. I'm conversating with my family, which is really lovely, and all of these things. I have so many people all around the world in my online space, all my clients, all my soul tribe. I have so many amazing relationships, but majority of them are either online, which is awesome. It's a great tool, but I've been finding there's like been a gap in me that I've been really needing some in-person contact. And one of my best friends that I spend most of my time with, she's meant to be moving away to Australia and all of these things. And I'm going, okay, so when she moves to Australia, then I've like, the only other person I really see in person regularly is my partner. And I'm like, oh, Maddie, like, and then in a time where I want to go for a walk or I want to do something nice and I want to catch up with someone, I was finding that I had no one around me that got me. Like I have other people, but they have very different interests to me, and they love and accept me, and they get to me to an extent. But I need some more like soul tribe people that really get me, where I can be my crazy authentic self, where I can open all of me, and it's like unconditional, non-judgmental space where I can open all of me in person. Like I've been craving this, like feeling really lonely internally and growing away from old relationships or just growing apart. Like they're still there and they're still wonderful, but my alignment is just changing with all my recalibration, with all my woo-woo, with all my magic, with all the special gifts and things and learnings and all the changes, all the magic that's coming through me that old versions of myself would never have understood. It's almost like, oh, it's just so, oh. And so I've been feeling heaps of loneliness, and I almost had like these limiting beliefs or limiting blocks that I was attracting to myself. Saying internally, I realized that I was like internally attracting no one to hang out with me, if that makes sense, because I kept on saying, I was like, well, you know, Australia. I look at Australia and I follow so many different people on social media that are doing like naked yoga, women's circles, all of these things, all these fantastic events, fantastic communities in person. And then I look around in Auckland and I was really struggling to like find friends in person, women connections, tribe space. And I've started to dip into it more and meet more people, but still I hadn't quite found like somewhere where it really fitted and but it was like I was creating my own attraction to myself and my magnetization. It was like I kept on saying, and I used to do this with relationships in my life and with males in my life. I used to be like, yeah, but every time I meet a guy, they always cheat on me, they always lie to me, they always treat me like shit, and I would say it and 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 say it all the time, and then that's all that would happen to me, literally. I would say it, it would happen. I would say it, it would happen, but I wasn't there to understand that. That was all I understood, was because it was the fact I hadn't understood like the depth, the different levels, the different approaches to manifestation, magnetization, to law of attraction. I did not understand it. Like I knew the words, but it was not at that level that now I've suddenly like shifted and moved into understanding a new level of that. And it's become really, really fucking powerful. So breaking limitation blocks of attraction, I literally journaled about a week and a half ago. I journaled about what I wanted to find in a tribe of people in person, of people, of culture, of community, of new friendships and new empowerment in person. And then, holy shit, yesterday did it just come to fruition, because I journaled so deeply, so hard, so truthfully from my heart that this is actually what I wanted. I actually wanted this to come in so it could open me, so it could challenge me, so it could connect me, so that I could open unconditional love with other people. And holy shit, did it fucking work. So it just shows, like, the message that I want to share today is that a reminder, and if you're meant to hear this, if you're here to hear this for some reason, and you're meant to hear it, that keep trying and keep breaking down those limitations. And it's okay if we go backwards and we like say the thing again. We're like, oh, but every single guy in my life always cheats on me, or whatever, or all my friends always shit on me, or bad things always happen to me. Like, it's okay to also express what's happening. Don't shame yourself for that. But I want to, I suppose, encourage you or share this learning of my own to inspire you to keep trying again and again, keep trying to reconfigure it, keep trying to recalibrate it, and to learn from it, and just bring awareness and observation to yourself in those situations, and really start to bring awareness. Because with this dropping in yesterday, I was like, fuck, I was fucking blocking myself. It was like a part of me didn't want to have those in-person relationships, because there was some part of me, her, underneath in here somewhere that was like, had fear and worry. And then I think it was the fear of, I'm scared that I'm going to go into this space and there are all these other beautiful women and people that are just like me, so passionate about things and have so much drive and motivation and passion and purpose. And it's like I had this underlying trickling subconscious fear from my old conditioning of, someone's going to tell me I'm wrong. Someone's going to tell me I'm doing my intuitive healing wrong. Someone's going to tell me I'm doing my business wrong. Someone's going to tell me that I'm too loud and that I'm doing it wrong. Someone's going to tell me that I'm doing wrong, because so many times in different experiences in my past, I have been wronged. And it could even be past life stuff too. I haven't dug that deep yet. But these are just the things that I've noticed. And then the last thing I wanted to also share as well is booby relationships. So yesterday we had a question in the frickin', oh my god, it was so powerful, asking us about what our relationship is, or what our relationship is to our boobs. And the workshop was called Feminine Revolution, and fucking incredible, man. So fucking powerful. And I'm like, when I thought about it, I was like, oh, what is my relationship to my boobs? Are they fine? It doesn't really matter. And then I stopped and I was like, oh, I was bullied when I was a teenager, I think like 13. I actually punched a boy against the wall in my class when I was about 13, because he used to always call me every single day when I went to school, Maddie, Maddie, Flatty, Flatty, Maddie, Maddie, Flatty, Flatty, all the time for years, because I had smaller breasts. And it was just so powerful. Like when they first asked that question, about what is your relationship to your boobs or with your boobs. I was like, oh, well, you know, like, they're there. That's what I thought. And I thought, I'm actually fine with my boobs now. I am. And then it dropped in. I was like, it didn't used to be. And there was pain there. There was other stories there of, you know, of conditioning and things that have happened to us and experiences that have implicated us and things like that. And it was just really powerful to actually think about such a simple but such powerful question, like, what is my relationship to my boobs? And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I did. I got bullied for years that I had too smaller boobs. Like, I was like, oh, okay. So how does that affect how my self-worth is and how I think of myself now, my sense of self now? And I've worked through a lot of it, but it did make me think, like, oh, every single relationship we have with the different parts of our body, with the different experiences, the different relationships we've had in our life, all the different things, they really do fucking mount up. They do. They accumulate. What the fuck is accumulate? I don't know what that means. Accumulate. And I was like, what is my relationship with my boobs? I was like, this is really big. This is really, really fucking powerful. I never really thought of this, but because I'm in a current relationship now, that none of that worries me, that like partnerships in this space have taught me to love myself because my partner has loved my body for exactly who she is. And it's like inspired or rubbed off on me naturally because he loves my body, because he loves who I am, because he loves my boobs. And then it's naturally like inspired me to, oh, actually, oh, they're all right. Yeah, they are nice. Oh, okay. And then over time, it's just dissolved, and those old, I suppose, insecurities about being bullied when I was like 13, being called Maddie, Flatty for having smaller boobs, or at the time seemed like no boobs, that conditioning that is kind of healed over time, if that makes sense. But powerful, man, so fucking powerful. But the biggest learning I took from the last 24 hours, so I came home after the workshop yesterday, the Feminine Revolution, and I fucking slept for 16 hours. That's something else I want to talk about, is integration sleep. Like, I never used to be able to stop and listen to my body and just sleep if that's what my body wanted to do. Last night I got home and literally there was no fucking way I could do anything. My whole body was like almost shutting down because there had been so much activation through like the meditation that we did, just the energy and the power of being in such a powerful container with like 25 odd different women that I'd never met before, being in that beautiful space, and the energy was just insane. And then I literally slept for 16 hours and did not stir. I did not wake up. I was dead asleep, and I was like, holy shit. Woke up at like 12 o'clock too. I was like, wow. Really love myself. So I also want to really share that if you are doing healing work, if you are working on yourself, if you are making changes in self-care and all the things in your life, and your body is screaming to you, sleep, 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 I want you to try and trust that and honor that more and practice it. It's okay if you don't know how yet, or if you're only learning to. And I'm talking to all versions of myself and parts of myself now, because normally I couldn't listen to that and I'll just push myself through. But I'm learning more and more that it's okay to sleep for 16 hours. My fucking soul and my body, they fucking need it after yesterday. That was huge what we shifted through. So powerful, so powerful. So beautiful. 4 more days till freeing your ship to find yourself. The doors are closing for the last time in 2022. It is my 12-week intuitive healing and mindset coaching immersion. It is fucking incredible. 12 weeks one-on-one with me. There is a standard version or deluxe version. We go through limiting beliefs, subconscious, conscious mind work, your 5 main negative emotions, do a heap of different weekly tools and opportunity tasks to strive you and drive you through. So like journaling, meditation, different activations, different mindset tools. So the doors are closing in 4 days. Standard is $2,997, or else the deluxe version where you get one-on-one unlimited Telegram messaging and voice note support from me for the whole 12 weeks. So that's one-on-one unlimited support. That one is $4,444. There is a couple of payment plans up there as well. So go and check out the link. It is in the description, in the comments. If it is calling you, if she is calling you, trust it. Otherwise, if you've got any questions and you want to send me a private message about freeing your shit to find yourself, please do. My DM is open, so you can ask any questions about that as well. Otherwise, just be you, have beautiful energy, work on those, breaking those limiting belief at the same time as limiting attractions, limiting blocks of attraction that you are shifting through and moving through, because that was fucking huge. That was huge for me in the last 24 hours. So thank you so much for joining me. Love you all and have a beautiful sunny afternoon.